Hello, everybody. This guide is for all you new players or even returning players that are interested in playing on a random loot server. And the reason why you want to watch this is because I've got a lot of good tips here to give you the best start and get you into that first good loot pinata camp. Okay, so let's talk about the first zone. I'm going to do 3 zones real quick here because they're the very common zones. First common zone is known as Greater Faydark, and the reason why it is very common is because there's a lot of high elves being created here because people want to make clerics, and that's the best one. Well, beside the dwarf, best one for a cleric, and also people like to play druid, so they make wood elves and of course rangers and other things like that. But those are the primary reasons. So anyway, if you're going to start out as a high elf, this is your newbie area right here. I'm going to go over the levels here by clicking on it. They're all basically level 1. They're on a super fast respawn timer. I believe it's 1 minute. It's a very fast spawn. You're going to have level 1s. Just about everything's a level 1. The Wasp even is level 1. Orc Pond, sometimes level 2. So this area taps out about level 2. After level 2, you got to get out of this area because there's absolutely nothing. So the area you'd progress to is you'd come all the way up here and try to get up with these people here, some wood elves, and get a group on Orc Hill. This section is known as Orc Hill. But it is going to be a little tough because you're going to be fighting these orcs. Look at this. And Witch Doctor is Shaman. He's just going to kill you right away. They're very, very dangerous. And if you have a group, it's still tough to get them because sometimes you get mobbed by 1 or 2, and then they have other things that will poison you. They're going to be tough. So it's going to be a little bit of challenge, and you can kind of see the gap and levels. By seeing this map, you kind of know, like, wait a second, I'm going to be going from level 2 all the way up to level 6 type of stuff. And what else do they have? Is anything lower? Yeah, level 6. That's kind of like a stretch right there. And this, look at, you got a Basilisk there. You can't kill that guy. This, you can kind of kill this guy here, but it's kind of like slim pickings. It's a little difficult. You do have a few orcs and Tyrians that are level 5. You can pick some of them off. But look at this. It's just all kind of like wasp drone. It's the same thing. So you're going to have to stay in here and keep killing these things. And at level 3, it's going to get really slow. And even at level 3, it's hard to make a jump up to there. Let's take a look at these other things like Widow Matriarch, Widow Hatchling, level 2. So you can see what the problem is right here, is what are you going to do? So what a lot of people do is they come try to work Orc Hill with a group, and they got to be very, very careful because you can get your face ripped off up here. Look at this, level 8. He'll just mess you up real bad. So people will try to run in and bum rush it and get into Crush Run. Once they get into Crush Run, there's some level 5s in the front, and if you work together a group, you can get it. Problem is, it's very, very crowded. So this is why, even though it's crowded, I don't think it's the best. Now let's talk about, what about these other areas, like a giant wasp drone, level 8. You got some other stuff here. This is hard to really see what's going on here. And the happy map will not be available on this server at all. This is just on the test server. So you're not going to be able to see any of this. And so you can kind of get an idea what the spacing is and what the density. It's a very low density area, and you're going to kill one, and it's going to take you 10 minutes to find another and another. It's just going to be take forever to get anywhere at all. So this is probably the one of the not so great zones that you want to start off. Let's go to another zone. I want to show you something else, and we're going to go to Nektulos, and then I'm going to conclude with the best zone in my opinion, by a mile. But I want to show you the worst first out of the newbie zones. There are others that I think aren't so great, but we're just talking about on this side of Antonica and Fadar. So we're going into Nektulos Forrest, take a quick peek at what Nektulos looks like. And it's not too bad, actually. It really isn't, but I have a better plan and what I'll be doing on launch day. Okay, so let's take a look at Nektulos here. Look at the density. It's not bad, right? Not bad at all. So you're going to start up here as a dark elf. And let's take a look. Once again, it's level 1 stuff. Level 2, there's even a level 2 out there. Moss Snake, Pyre Beetle. So the Pyre Beetle is level 2. At least you got a decent amount of level 2s. You can expand out either way and get some stuff like you got this spider guy. There's a level 4 skeleton, black bear. So it's not bad. There's stuff where you can keep expanding out and still get stuff that is even level with you, or maybe even a yellow, meaning one level higher than you, and you can keep expanding your territory out there. So tree snake, he's level 6, so you're getting out here. Decayed skeleton, level 2. A black mamba, level 9 snaky. I bet you he's gonna sting you real bad. So be careful of that big sting, that black mamba, because otherwise you turn into a black patch of dirt after that. Okay, so we got young Kodiak. So it's getting a little bit better down here. You got Death Fist Legionnaire 9. So not bad, doing all right. Okay, so you can kind of progress and move out as you go right here. So this is pretty good. There are some cool places that not a lot of people know about. Look at this level 6 skeleton camp, and there's 4 right here. So if you were to get here like 4 or something, you could still take this level 8 zombie, just because if you have a cleric, you might have a spell that can one of the undead spells that can destroy him pretty quick. It doesn't cost that much mana. So overall, not bad. I would say, second place among the newbie zones in this area. But once again, there are no random loot mobs in here. Neither are there in Faydark. So at some point, you're going to get to a point where you're still going to be just be grinding experience. So therefore, it's time to go to the next spot, which is going to be here. We're going to North Row, everybody, and I'm going to tell you why. There's more than one reasons why this zone is the best. And if you're starting as a dark elf, like I have many times, you want to go there and set up. And a lot of you guys may not know it, but let me tell you about it. Okay, so as we go in there, first of all, take a look at Nektulos right here. It's so dark in there all the time. Just can't see a thing, and I think that's what's tough. And there's little hills and all. There's just the visibility isn't that great, and sometimes it's hard to see the mobs that are far away from you. Like, look at this. Look at that. I can see that's a puma. I can see him. He's really far away. And look at this. What's this thing? He's an armadillo, right? Or no, another puma. So look at how good the distance is. In this game, the graphics aren't too demanding, so you can set the clip plane for way out there. Well, I don't know, that's a human warrior right there. But look at this. You can see that far out. You don't have to worry about things like that. Okay, so the real reason why you want to be here is 2 things. Loot Pinata Rohitep, I'll talk about him, and also Common Lands Tunnel. Common Lands Tunnel is basically like the Wall Street of EverQuest. All the trading goes on here. No matter what anybody tells you, at this earliest stage in the TLP, everything is bought and sold in the Common Lands. There is no bazaar or anything else. Nobody hangs out in the middle of the road in some weird place saying, hey, you want to buy my whatever. It's all here, everything. So if you want to be in the business district and have access to everything, it's always good to be close by here. Also, later on, if you want to get portals, you look how close the portal is to this. People are always going to be here. And you also have a parcel vendor in there. And I have videos on how to use a parcel vendor and why you want to stay out here for as long as you can. You don't want to actually go back home. You can parcel your money to a mule account and then log in on that mule account, go buy the spells or whatever. In fact, what I would do if you're not playing enchanter, make another character that has high charisma that can buy things very cheaply. Parcel the money to that character, have that character go buy the stuff like your spells and whatever, parcel it back to you, and it's right here. It's like mail. It just got to you. So anyway, here's what I would do. I would get down here at level 1. You're going to have to cross the common lands, which is a little tricky, but if you hug the wall, you're going to be okay. And then let me show you something here. If we go up to the Freeport, you can see right here, Death Fist Pawn, level 2, Fire Beetle, level 2. See, they got some level 2s in there. Stone Snake, Large Hamster. What else do we got? Got Woofy over here. He's level 4. Occasional level 3 Woofy. So there's a good spread of things. Remember, you can see all of this. Now, this is going to start spawning pretty fast, too, because there will be a lot of people in the East Freeport area right here. But I would just recommend working right here because you're going to bind inside the tunnel at the soul binder. So when you die, if you're doing this before level 5 where you don't lose experience and you want to sell yourself, just kill yourself and you end up back here. It's a free trip to there. As you get higher level, you're going to be able to move up and get the coyote. And you're going to go get the coyote, and then you're going to get Mr. Armadillo, and you can just start working your way down here. So you see how the levels slowly go up as you move down here? And then as you get even closer to where I am right now, you're going to have large rattlesnake. He's level 7. Sand scarab. He's level 11. He's going to be tough, but you can still take him, quite early if you have the right people. They're not that tough actually. They're real slow. You can kite them around. It's mobs you have to watch out for is a crazy madman, because you see that he's a wizard, and now got all kind of madmen out here. And this guy will just blow you in half and give you a bad time. But you also have things like the Derv camp. If you want to stay here, that is fine. But I have a better plan instead of staying here, and I'll tell you what you can do. So you can do couple things. Once you hit level 7, you have two options. One option is I would go to South Row if you want experience, but the other better option is to get the Rahotep camp. Because why? Because in the Rahotep camp, you have some low-level guys here like zombies and all this, and they're really not that hard to kill. Say you have a character that can cast it, the anti-exile, the undead spells, that kind of ward undead kind of thing. You can rip these guys up pretty fast, and they're super good experience. And here's the big secret: Rahotep shares the same spawn timer as these little yard trashes. Last time I was on Thornblade, he spawns just as fast as them. Therefore, this camp is going to be pretty much cleared off constantly. You're going to see people hanging around here all the time. And when they kill off the placeholder, there's a chance for Rahotep to spawn. And he could have two, you could see sometimes two, even three Rahoteps in this camp pop up at the same time. And people just jump on him and kill him. And he has some crazy loot. And in those days, it was only +2 levels, one higher or lower, and that's all he would drop. But now I hear it's 5 levels above. So basically, if he's level 16, it could drop from 16 to level 20. So you're going to get some crazy loot at this level by hunting Rahotep. And let me tell you something. It's not just going to be you shooting at him. Everybody's going to shoot at him and be beating on him. So sometimes it's a DPS race, which is kind of fun. And everybody helps clear the camp off. So this is a fantastic camp. I would do that camp at all costs and get there, and you're going to get some nice loot. He has, I forgot, the loot table is so big. Even with a 2-level spread in the old days, it was such a big loot table. Now that goes to 20, it's even bigger. It's ridiculously big. So do that. Hit up the Hotep camp. I mean, you're going to have to grind off these guys like this, like the Pumas. Level 5 Pumas are easy to kill. Just stay away, watch out for Madman here, unless you can really mess him up really bad and you have a good team. And then start working down. Stay away from Gila Monster, because they will stun you like there's no tomorrow, and that'll be it. But try to get your sand scarabs right here. Stay away from the cistern asp. That is dangerous. Also, tarantula, that is a dangerous one too. Stay away from them. And keep in mind, some rogues in this dervish camp are harder than others. But at level 7, you want to be heading to South Row. And that one, I'll just tell you real quick, is because you can kill caimans at level 7. They're extremely easy to kill, and they're super big experience. Okay, guys, hope you like this, and we'll see you out there. And make sure you hit like and subscribe if you would like to see more of this. And if you'd like to see more of live streams, check out Dr. Nacho's live stream channel, and it'll be over there. Thanks for watching.